You're welcome to my channel. I am Komal Sharma and together we make maths easy. So today we will be talking about age problems in linear equations in two variables. These are those problems which have appeared in the CBSE exam. So let us see how to do them. Okay. Now one thing you need to understand before doing these problems is that if this is the present age and this is age after n years. So if the present age is x, so age after n years will be what? So let us understand, like if you are 15 years old now, so after 2 years you will be how many years old? 15 years now. What will be your age after 2 years? How do you find it? 15 plus 2. Okay. So I have seen that many students, what do they do is they multiply over here. It has not to be done. How will you find the age after n years? So the age will be x plus n and age before n years will be x minus n. This has to be understood very clearly that if the present age is x years, so after n years, the age will be x plus n. If it is after 3 years, so it will be x plus 3. If it is after 7 years, it will be x plus 7 and so on. And before means you will have to subtract that number from the present age. So this is something which you have to learn. Now let us come to the problem. Okay, so let us solve this problem then. The problem says 2 years ago, Salim was thrice as old as his daughter, and 6 years later, he will be 4 years older than twice her age. You have to find their present ages. So what you have to find is find their present ages. So what will you assume? You will assume let the present ages be so and so. And how many people are here? Salim and daughter. This means this is a linear equation in two variables. So how will you go in for this question? You will say that let Salim's present age be equal to x years and daughter's present age be equal to y years. So we are starting from where? We are starting from what has to be found out. And how many variables? Two variables, Salim and daughter. Now my advice is first form a word equation. We will see how instead of directly forming a mathematical equation. First form a word equation and then put the values of the corresponding variables. So how to form the word equation? 2 years ago, if I explain it in Hindi, तो 2 साल पहले Salim was thrice as old as his daughter. So first we will talk about 2 years ago. What was the story? 2 years ago, Salim's age was how much? It is x now. What was his age 2 years ago? So it will be x minus 2 years. And what about the daughter? If it is y now, it will be y minus 2. 2 years ago. Is this clear? 2 years ago means you have to subtract from the present age. So what is the equation? Salim was thrice as old as his daughter. So Salim's age is equal to thrice daughter's age. Agreed? Thrice means 3 times. So this is the word equation we have formed. Now substitute the values. So what was the age over here? X minus 2 is equal to thrice y minus 2. Agreed? Open the bracket and rearrange. You will get x minus 2 is equal to 3y minus 6, transpose it to the other side. So you will get x minus 3y is equal to minus 4. This is the first equation we have got. Very easy. Now about the second. 6 years later, he will be 4 years older than twice her age. So now what are we trying to do? Calculate the age 6 years later. Later means after from present. So let us say 6 years later. What has happened to Salim? Salim's age is x plus 6 and daughter's age is what? Y plus 6. 6 years बाद means you have to add. Ago means pehle means you have to subtract. Now what will be the word equation? He will be 4 years older than twice her age. That means Salim will be equal to 4 years older means plus twice daughter's age. Okay, form a word equation, very short word equation like this. Now it will be very easy to substitute the values. Which values? X plus 6 is equal to 4 plus 2 into y plus 6. Agreed? Open the bracket. So x plus 6 is equal to 4 plus 2y plus 12. Easy, very easy. Transpose it to this side. So this becomes x minus 2y is, this is what, 16. This 6 goes to the other side. So 16 minus 6 becomes 10. Now you have two equations. You have generated two equations. What is required? You have to solve both these equations. So I'm short of space. I'll drop out this part and let us solve both the equations. So the first equation is from here, let us come here. Solving x minus 3y is equal to minus 4 and x minus 2y is equal to 10. We have both these equations and you can see that the coefficients over here are equal. So we will subtract these equations, plus and minus. This will cancel out. So you get minus y is equal to minus 14 or y is equal to 14 years. So we have the daughter's age is 14 years. Now put in equation 2, let us say. So we will get x is equal to 10 plus 2y, which is equal to 10 plus 2 into 14. So you get it as 38. So from here you can say that Salim's age is 38 years and daughter's age is 14 years. This is the final answer. But sometimes in the exam we tend to panic and how to make sure whether this calculation is correct or not. So this is a check. This is not a part of the question. This is just to be done mentally or maybe in rough work and to make sure that the answer is correct. Now 2 years ago, Salim was thrice as old as his daughter. 2 years ago, what was Salim's age? 2 years ago, 38 minus 2, so 36. And what was the daughter's age? 14 minus 2, which is equal to 12. So Salim was 3 times, 12 is a 36, Salim was 3 times as old as his daughter. Verified. If you want, you can check for the second part also. 6 years later. 6 years later means 38 plus 6. So that makes it 44. And daughter will be how much? 14 plus 6, which is equal to 20. So 20 is 4 more than 40, means 4 more than twice the age. So this is how it hardly takes 2, 3, 5 seconds, and you can be sure that you have got the answer. Questions like this appear for 5 marks in the CBSE final exams, board exams. So make sure that you know word problems based on age, based on angles, and so many variety. I'll be providing videos for each one of these. Let us see the next question. The next question says, if twice the son's age in years is added to the mother's age, twice the son's age is added to the mother's age, the sum is 70. But if twice the mother's age is added to son's age, the sum is 95. Find the ages of the mother and the son. So you can very clearly understand that you have to find two variables. First is the age of the mother and second is the age of the son. So let us assume let the mother's age be X years and the son's age be Y years. Now my advice for making the question simple and easy to handle is first form a word equation. Write down in words and then substitute the values. So how to write down in words? So according to the question, what are you given? Twice the son's age is added to the mother's age. Twice the son's age is added to the mother's age. The sum is 70. Sum is 70. You will never commit a mistake if you write the word equation like this. Now you just have to substitute the values. So twice, what about the son's age? Y. What about the mother's age? X is equal to 70. Rearrange because we put X first and Y later. So the equation will be X plus 2Y is equal to 70. Now what about the second thing? But if twice the mother's age is added to the son's age, now twice mother's age is added to the son's age, the sum is 95. Write down like this. Now twice the mother's age means twice the mother's age plus son's age means Y is equal to 95. You have both the equations now. You just have to solve them and find out the answer of X and Y. How to solve them? Let us use the method of elimination. So write down multiply equation 1 by 2. So when you multiply equation 1 by 2, you get, multiply this by 2. So you get 2x plus 4y is equal to 140. X becomes 2x, 2y becomes 4y, and 70 into 2 you get 140. What about the second equation? Nothing to be done. Write down 2x plus y is equal to 95. Now, whether to add or subtract, both have the same sign. Same sign means you have to eliminate, means you have to subtract. So write down subtracting both the equations. So subtract both the equations. This will cancel out. 4y minus y will give you 3y, and when you subtract this, you will get 45. Very simple. So y will be equal to 45 upon 3, which will be equal to 15. And y was what? The son's age. So the son's age is how much? 15 years. To find out mother's age, now from equation 1, x will be equal to 70 minus 2y. So it is 70 minus 2 into 15. 2 into 15 कितना हो जाएगा? 30. 70 minus 2 into 15. 70 minus 30. So x will be equal to 40. So you have the final answer. Mother's age is 40 years and son's age is 15 years. Okay. Let us now check So let us quickly check whether we have got the correct answer or not. So the mother's age is 40 and the son's age is 15. So according to the question, if twice the son's age is added to the mother's age, what do we get? 30 plus 40, which is equal to 70. The sum is 70. Correct. And what about the second part? Twice the mother's age is added to the son's age. Twice the mother's age is added to the son's age. So this becomes 80 plus 15, which is equal to 95. The sum is 95 years. So we have done this correctly, and hardly it takes 2-3 seconds to do this, but you assured that the answer is correct. I hope you've understood today's problems. In case you have any doubts, you can come up in the comments, mention your doubts, and I will be there to solve them for you. Until we meet next, keep learning, keep solving, and keep shining. Thank you.